Hello and welcome to this edition of the Clark episodes. Today we're going to be talking about the Detroit Lions, and this is a little bit of a rant, just some frustration coming out, whatever. Well, let me give you a little bit of a background first. I've been a fan since about 1983, and it's been a long 35 years. 35 freaking long years. At least when they had, Barry Sanders, they were always in the game. Before that, Billy Sims was Barry Sanders before Barry Sanders was him. But I live in Minnesota, so I'm very much outnumbered. And I grew up being a Vikings fan. Somehow this just happened, transformed into a Lions fan. Poor me. I'm not a celebrity fan or anything, but let's just get this started. Like I said, I've been a fan for 35 years, and it's been very frustrating. Okay, let's start with some recent events, shall we? Well, the first mistake I think they made was firing Jim Caldwell. I mean, what was that about? They don't like having winning records? Yeah, you got to go hire Matt Patricia, who we'll affectionately call Matt Pat, okay? Matt Pat. And, we know that Belichick's assistant coaches aren't very successful head coaches. So the Lions decided, hey, that's a great idea. Let's go out and get one of those freaks. And now we got Matt Pat. I see on the news where he dropped an F-bomb. Well, whoop-de-doo. Is that the biggest news we can get from our football team is when our coach drops an F-bomb? Seriously? And for many years we didn't have cheerleaders, but all of a sudden we have cheerleaders. Well, they've got to be the most underworked in the NFL. What do they have to cheer about? I mean, let's get real. All right, back to the coaching. Jim Caldwell, his last two seasons, 9-7, I believe. And, at least you made the playoffs. And I guess we'd rather have 5-6 wins a year. Just start all over again. And Jim Bob Cooter. What the heck? When are we going to get rid of that guy? Our defense, we could never stop a third down. Let's look at another thing. Why did we trade Golden Tate? We always, the Lions are going to have a good draft this year. Well, is that all we ever have to look forward to is a high draft pick? I mean, for crying out loud. The goal is the Super Bowl, not, 3 first-round picks, for God's sake. It gets old. I've tried to trade teams to, but it doesn't work. Lions somehow suck me back in. What's wrong with me? It's just really sad. It's really sad. But yeah, we trade away Golden Tate. And, Galladay, he's a decent receiver, but, again, back to third downs, we can't stop anything. I was still holding out hope until we hit the Buffalo Bills. I thought, all right. I thought we could beat them. And get this. Second half of the game, and some part of the second half, they don't have any running backs. They're all hurt. So you'd think that the Lions would be ready for passes. Well, guess what we got beat on? A touchdown pass. How does that happen? Well, the Bills had third down, about 8 or so yards to go, late in the fourth. We could stop them and get the ball back and have a chance, but no. I don't think the Lions could beat an egg, beat their way out of a paper sack. You know, it's just disgusting football. And do you Lion fans out there think that Matthew Stafford is the answer? Matty Stafford. You know, a few seasons ago we had all these comebacks to start the year. And I was at one of them here in Minnesota. Went to the Metrodome. Boy, did I get hell at halftime. We were down 20-0, but we ended up coming back and winning. I don't have any hope for that anymore. Oh, it's just so, I can't. But we do have a high draft pick coming up. All right. That's exciting news. I look forward to April every year for draft picks. And then we get excited, and then 4 or 5 games in, it's over. But we'll get more draft picks, you know. So first of all, we get rid of Jim Caldwell because we don't like having a winning record. And then we get in Matt Pat, Belichick disciple. Well, time hasn't told yet how he's going to do, but historically, yeah, we know how Belichick's boys do. And after we actually beat the Patriots, Matt Pat acted like we won the Super Bowl. It's like that was it after that. After he beat Billy B, that was it. Well, I still don't know how that happened. So what are we going to do? Do we lose to the Bills? You know, we didn't show up at all against the Vikings. I mean, 9 points. We're at home. We can't even score a touchdown. You think Stafford is the guy? Or has he reached his potential? I don't know, but this is frustrating beyond words. I didn't pay him shit, okay? But Matthew Stafford becomes the highest paid player at the time when he got his new contract, and what has he done since? I mean, hell, if we're going to have our quarterback sacked 5 to 10 times a game, let's put in Matt Castle. Let's put in the other Matty. How many Matts do we need? You know? And our Kerryon Johnson, I think he's going to be decent. He goes out hurt. I like Zach Zenner, though. He's a tough boy. Him and LeGarrette Blount, you know, get the job done, almost. I don't know what to think anymore about this team. And we have to go to Green Bay for our last game of the season. We'll be talking about that next week after it happens. I'm just giving you some advice. I think you should put the Packers running back. You got a fantasy team. Put Johnson on your fantasy team because he's going to run wild against our defense in Green Bay. I don't see that being a pretty game, and who cares, you know? Let's play for a draft pick, all right? Draft picks. How good have they done us over the past 5-10 years? Sometimes when I see Stafford, I get these flashbacks of Joey Harrington. Joey Harrington. Oh, what a joke. I'm telling you. Well, we'll be back here next week talking about how the Packer game went, and I'm sure it's not going to be pretty. I'm not the only Lions fan around. I mean, there's hundreds of us around the country. You know, let's beef up, you know, our O-line. Or let's just everything. We should just wipe everybody out. 3rd and 26, we're probably going to give it up. I just want to thank everybody for watching. And, you know, if you have any comments, anything you'd like to talk about in particular, anything, doesn't have to be football, anything, send us an email, theclarkepisodes@gmail.com. And we'll look forward to hearing from you. We just ask that you would subscribe and share the channel, like the channel. And we're going to put up videos of just a little bit of everything for people. I think we just need to talk and hash stuff out, but you know, it'd be nice to see the Lions pound the Packers into the ground, but it's not going to happen. And you know what's even worse? What else I was thinking about? The freaking Cleveland Browns are going to have a better record than we are. How pathetic is that? I was happy that we weren't the last team to go winless. But now look at the Browns compared to us. That is uncalled for. We'll see you next time on the Clark episodes. And we'll talk more about this Lions team. Okay? Alright, everybody. Thanks for watching.